it's actually quite interesting to visit people that know what they're talking about, of course. And when you look into the fantastic products that you see made also using the metallization from a company like Kurz, you sometimes may say to yourself, is this a sustainable product? Can it actually be recycled? I mean, how does it always, all these kind of things work? And we are here with Rolf, who will now give me a little explanation on how Kurz is taking responsibility for the recycling process of the products they do. So, Rolf,
hey, nice to see you.
Good to see
you. Great to see you.
I mean, I love this little. It
great, right?
It reminds me about my Märklin train from then.
It is a kind of a Märklin train. Yeah, you are absolutely right.
One of the things that is great to know, I think that everybody here at Drupa, of course, understand that when you have a printing company there, right?
Yeah.
That's where everything starts, right?
This is the printing company. They typically buy our product and they use it to make nice embellishment on cartons, on packaging industry, right? So this is where everything starts. You are perfectly right.
Every time I see these metallization and foiling processes, I always see that, okay, you have kilometers of metallization, and then you only see spots being used on it. Yes. So there must be a lot of waste here, right?
There is a lot of waste, to be honest. This is part of the truth as well. And it looks like this over there, just behind you, how we feel this and how we find this with our customers, with our converting companies, right?
So basically, but you don't see it as waste because it's in the ecosystem of Kurz. This is actually something that becomes like a new source for new products and new materials, right?
Exactly. You're absolutely right.
So what happens now? We have a truck here.
We have a truck here. So we have our customer, a printing house, a converter. The truck will pick up the leftovers and bring them back to our recycling plant.
Okay.
Yeah. So once it's gone in the recycling plant, we will make out of this one a so-called recycled PET, rPET. Yeah. And
that is, I mean, we're going to see that in a second, but just to understand, so basically what we saw here before hanging down as an art piece here on your booth, the waste, so to speak, then you take that back from the printing companies. Is that something where people sign up for having it be part of the recycling program? Or okay. And is that globally right now, or is it starting somewhere?
We are starting in Germany right now. We will have very soon, in the next 2 or 3 months, a rollout in Europe. This makes pretty much sense, right? We can't bring it back from other continents like India, North America, or South America to Germany. This would be kind of a greenwashing, you know.
I mean, it wouldn't make sense to put it on an airplane and fly it back, right?
Absolutely right, yeah. So we have to find for those countries, for those regions, local solutions. Yeah. But what we are doing right now is Germany and the entire Europe.
And I guess that, I mean, before you roll it out in the world, you start testing how it works, how good the product is. I guess also how big the percentage is that the printing converters are returning to you, right? Because there needs to be some kind of scale in it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. We have checked all our products, right? And unfortunately, so far, we can't recycle 100% of our products, but this amount of products being recyclable is increasing a lot on a daily basis. Right now, it's more than 400 different products we are selling to our customers we can take back in our recycling plant. Wow. Of course, the final goal is to recycle 100% of our supplies.
Yeah, and I know that has not specifically not just anything to do with your business, but I mean, when we spoke to Marcus before, where he said that thinner carrier foils is of course reducing a lot of material waste, and now you're recycling, let's say, the scrap that is returned from it. So, okay, now we have got everything from the printing company into this factory here, and you can see an arrow going into, I love these. I know it's not a product that you eat, but
you can't eat this. This is a so-called rPET. So what we do in the recycling company actually is somehow doing by a technical mechanical process this rPET stuff, and this rPET can be reused in the plastic industry, and they are looking for rPET suppliers, and they have a great demand for rPET in the market, right?
So does that mean that the demand for this is actually a very, let's say, good contributor to the financial, let's say, ecosystem for making this a viable solution?
So far, to be honest, this factory is a loss.
Okay.
Yeah? So what we are trying to develop this even further, that it becomes a break even.
Yeah.
But we are not reached this point yet. Yeah,
No,
because
but you're still
it was-
early on, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. Okay, so this material here, that can be used by Kurz again, but it can also be used by others. That's what you
Exactly.
say, right?
These are the next two arrows here.
Yeah.
One arrow goes to the RPET, and then you see here some kind of possible products.
Oh, yeah, so that was like you said,
Like you said, like a fishing rod or some kind of textile stuff.
Yeah.
So there are different opportunities in the market to reuse the RPET once again and to give this a second life, right?
Can this material, when you return it to your factory, can it then be used as a carrier again for the next generation foil?
This is, of course, the last and final step to come back or to come to a real closed loop economy with this material. So what we are saying is, well, we give it back to our suppliers of film, and those suppliers can reuse the RPET as well. And this is doing well so far with an amount of, let's say, up to 50% already. This has some technical reason, but this is something we will develop further in the future as well. But of course, our goal is to have a closed loop, a complete closed loop. So from the used product over there, it goes to our customers, it goes to the recycling plant, it can be used for other products, and finally as well, to have a new PET carrier film, we are producing our products again.
You said to me that you've been with Kurz for many years, and you said that this is an idea that you actually got many years ago.
Yeah.
But at that time, the technology was not
At
really
that time, the
ready for it.
technology was not ready for that, right? And we started with this program 10 years ago. It was a huge investment. It was a huge try and error as well. Thanks God, we got the financial help from the company owners to support this as well. But now we are ready to start in the market, and we are super, super proud about this. And by the way, we are the only company in this industry offering this kind of really closed loop recycling, which is just great. We are very proud of this.
Congratulations, Rolf, and thank you for talking.
Thank you so much.
Good talking
Thank
to
you so much.